Okay, so now I'm old and I'm doing things differently to when I was young. What are these things that you do differently? Tell us, Papi, tell us. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. I had a person stay with me for 6 months. We became really close. And he would confide in me and tell me lots of things for the sake of mentoring. It was really a wonderful experience. Really enjoyed it. And then he made a very big move, a significant move, and surprised me with it. And I could tell why. Because he knew what I would say, and he knew I was right, and he didn't want to hear it, and he wanted to do what he wanted to do. So he chose that path to cut me out, unlike his normal self. And that made me think a bit. I was the same way. When I was in my 20s, I loved my freedom. I loved doing exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to make my own decisions. I didn't want others to mentor me, tell me what they think. I really wanted to assert myself and do it. And I did. I do remember one instance where things worked a little differently. I had a crush on a girl, and I was quite enamored with her and really wanted things to go places, although we had not started a relationship yet, but we kind of swarming around each other maybe. And then I confided that in an older person who were very close to both of us. And immediately said, you don't want to go there. I felt crushed. I felt a little insulted. My ego was a little tarnished. In other words, you telling me I've got poor judgment. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, it kind of jarred me a bit and pushed me back to inaction. And I didn't pursue it. And in time, I realized, yep, now that I saw things without the rose-colored lenses, yeah, okay, you got it. I now get it. Did I see it beforehand? No. Did that advice make me see it? No. Well, did that advice kind of poke a hole in my steam chamber? So losing a little steam was all it did, and that's all it took. But looking back, I think about this often. So maybe I wouldn't have been different. That's the sad part. It's not like I would go back and say, oh, now that I know what I know, I'm going to be totally different. No, I think I still would be the person I was. I trusted my own intuition, and I trusted my judgment, and on and on and on. Like most young people do. You know, you never get sick, you can't get old, you're invincible, usuals. And so I was typical of the usuals. So it's interesting to look back at this. Now that I look at myself, if I have to make big decisions, would I have the same attitude? Would I consult freely and with lots and seek others' input, wanting to have an outside perspective on things? Definitely. Do I feel offended if people tell me, you're a fool, don't do it? Not at all. Come back, say, tell me about it. What is so foolish about this? Because X, Y, Z. My alphabet went to W. Dang. There's X, Y, and Z as well? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Now that fills in a few things that I haven't been able to figure out before. I've seen these X, Y's, and Z's. They're part of the alphabet. Being silly. But isn't that interesting that now I see that? So, how does that apply to you? That's your challenge to figure out. Does it apply to you, and how does it apply to you? And you do notice, though, that I would say myself too, that I can argue against everything I've just said. No, 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 no. I looked for advice. I know I did. Yes, but only on things I wanted advice on. So it wasn't open. It wasn't, when it came to small things, lots of advice. When it came to things that were not close to the heart, lots of advice. But when it was intimate, close to me, meant a lot to me, emotionally engaged, then things changed. That's different now. So, just an observation from life to help you think. Thanks.